Namaste, yogis. I hope you guys are all doing well. We're going to do a little bit of a hip opening practice today. I've been doing a lot of restorative and yin practices since I've been out in Vegas, just some really chill, relaxing things. My hips have been so tight, so I know you guys all love hip opening stuff, so we're going to do a little short to practice, just something you can do at home. You may see there's lots of dogs around here. You may have seen the videos. So you may see the dogs kind of wandering in and out, which I'm sure you guys, most of you I know have animals too, so you're totally used to it. So don't mind them. So we're going to start in child's pose. So we're going to start in a nice wide child's pose. So we're going to take the big toes together and the knees out as wide as your mat. Let your hips sink back to your heels and just stretch your arms long. Let the elbows and the forearms, the hands be heavy. Let your forehead be heavy on the mat. Just take 5 deep full breaths here. Nice deep full inhale in through the nose. And open your mouth, exhale. And again, deep full inhale in through your nose. And open your mouth, exhale. Twice more like that. Deep full inhale. And open the mouth. Good, last one. Deep, full breath. And open the mouth. Just allow your lips to seal and your breath just to move easily through your nose. Just let the forehead just be heavy, the body just sinking into this shape, and very little effort in the body here. Just allowing your mind to slow down. Very slowly on your next inhale, start to press into your hands and walk your hands back towards your knees. So your choice, you can keep the knees wide or you can take the knees closer, whatever feels the best to you. I'm going to take mine a little closer together. And take your hands behind you. It doesn't matter which direction the fingers are facing. Just pressing into your hands to lift your chest. Feel your shoulder blades draw together. Start to lift your chin. Just opening up the front of the body here. You can let the head go as much as is comfortable. Just be careful not to let the head totally drop back. We want to keep the breath still full. So lifting the chest, feel the shoulder blades hug together. Lots of broadness and space through your collarbones. Last 2 full breaths here. And slowly start to walk your hands forward on your next inhale. So from here we're going to come onto our all fours. Just some really simple cat-cow just to open up and wake up our spine. Inhale, soften your belly down as you gaze up. On your exhale, pressing around. Again, head heavy, eyes open, eyes closed, whatever feels the best to you. And inhaling, dropping the belly down, gaze up. And exhale, press and round your spine. Twice more, 2 more rounds. Inhale, dropping the belly, gazing up. And exhale, press and round. Last one here, inhale. Really let the belly melt down, the shoulders draw together. Gazing up, lifting the chin. And exhale, really press into your hands, press into your feet, the shins, the knees rounding, lifting the back of the body up to the sky. On your next inhale, coming into just a neutral, long spine. We're going to sit the hips back to the heels again. Take your hands back. We're just going to swing the legs out in front of us. Excuse me. So nice and grounded through the sit bones, draw the flesh back, kind of shimmy yourself forward. So we're going to take the hands back. Again, press and lift the chest, just like we did earlier. Lifting, and your feet can be soft. You can flex the toes, whatever feels the best for you. And then from here, we're going to take the right ankle, on top of the left knee. And then bend the left knee, planting the left foot on the mat. So keeping the right foot flexed, so you're protecting that knee, and lifting the chest. Draw the shoulder blades together. Careful that you're not dumping. You want to keep that openness of the heart. So it's up to you, whatever your body's feeling today. You can keep your legs farther away. If your knees, the hips tight, A little bit more space typically feels better. If you're feeling a little adventurous or a little more open today, you can draw that left heel closer and draw the right shin closer to the chest. So you're a little bit tighter position. So whatever feels the best to you. I'm going to take it just a little bit farther away because, like I said, my hips have been very tight these past couple of weeks. So just 3 more full breaths here. And just getting into that outer hip a little bit. Again, keeping the chest open. That right foot still flexed and active. 1 more deep full inhale. On your exhale, just send your left heel long. Keep that right ankle on the knee, so keeping this kind of figure 4 shape. Flexing the left toes. We're going to start to walk the hands out. Just a little bit of a forward fold here. And go as far as is comfortable. Careful not to dump and just round. Keeping a little bit of length in your chest. And still keeping that right foot active and the left foot. Keeping those knees protected, safe and strong. And 2 more full breaths here. Just noticing how this feels in your body. And on your next inhale, we're going to walk the hands back. We're going to take both legs out long. Take the heels out as wide as your mat. And feet are flexed. Take the hands inside the thighs. Just going to walk the hands forward. So kind of a little bit wider seated forward fold. We do this typically standing, a little wider standing forward fold. I typically don't do this kind of halfway sometimes in a seated position. It should feel quite nice. Soft gaze down. Again, full deep breaths. Last 2 full breaths here. And slowly on your next inhale, walk your hands back. Take your hands behind. Draw the legs together. Again, just like we did before, we're going to press and lift. Again, feel that lifting, the opening of the chest. And lifting the gaze as much as is comfortable. Again, maybe to like where the wall and ceiling meet. And then slowly coming back forward, we'll take the left ankle on the right knee. And bend the right knee, planting the foot on the ground. Again, same as the before, your left foot's flexed. Take that right heel closer if you want. Maybe play with it. Again, we're very different left to right, so this side may feel a little tighter, more open. Whatever feels the best to you. You can find a position where you can be here for the next 4 to 5 breaths. In lifting your chest, opening the heart. Softening the face. And noticing how this feels in your body today. Good. Last 3 full breaths here. Last deep full inhale. On your exhale, send your right heel long. Again, leg is long. Keep the left ankle on the knee. Take the hands in front. Again, softening the chest forward, keeping that left foot still flexed. The right foot is active as well. And gazing down. The hands can always be a little bit wider if you want. Create more space if you need that. You can take them closer. Whatever feels the best to you, go there. There's no right or wrong. 2 more full deep breaths here. And slowly on your next inhale, come all the way up again. Send the legs long. Heels out wide, active toes, just like before. So heels out as wide as your mat. Start to fold forward. And softly gazing down. Full deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, we'll walk the hands back. And then we'll cross the ankles, come back onto your all fours. So you can choose here, whatever your practice is kind of wanting. You can either go back into a child's pose, or if you want, coming into a downward facing dog. Whatever kind of sounds the best to you. If you want to do a couple breaths of both, that's always an option. So find what feels the best in your body. If you're down dog, maybe walk out the dog. Getting into the backs of the legs a little bit. If you're in child's pose, maybe a little sway of the hips side to side. So from here, we're going to come into a lunge. So again, you can do it from all fours, just stepping the right foot forward, and drop the left knee. I'm going to walk the right foot forward just an inch or so. We're going to get into the front of the left hip. So softening the hips to the earth. Fingertips can be on the mat. If you have blocks, feel free to use those. I have not yet to find my blocks. They're in a box somewhere. So imaginary blocks if you need. And melting the hips down. Again, see here if you can soften the shoulders. Maybe even walk the hands back. See Apollo. This is Apollo. He's interested in a bone. So from here, we're gonna rock the hips back. Take the right toes with you. So we'll just get into the back of the right hamstring. Since we're here, we might as well hit the back of the leg. Couple of breaths here. Again, softening the chest down, gazing down. You can always option take hands to blocks if you have those here. Sometimes that's quite helpful. So we're gonna get into the outer edge of the right thigh. So just walk the hands over to the outside of the right foot, keeping the right foot still flexed and active. And soften the chest. Again, blocks are really handy here, especially if you have tighter IT bands. It's really nice. And one more deep full breath here. We're gonna walk the hands back forward and then rock back forward. So melting those hips back down to the earth one more time. And two more full deep breaths here. And then from here, just rocking back, we're gonna walk the right foot out to the edge of the mat. So the hands are gonna come inside. So getting into that inner right hip. So hands inside, so you have lots of options. You can keep the hands, arms straight. Walk that right foot forward just a little bit so your pelvis can slightly drop. Again, keeping the right knee relatively in line with the ankle. Again, you can always bend those elbows. Blocks are handy here to rest the forearms down. And full deep breaths. And try not to collapse in the chest. Try to keep the softening of the shoulder blades on the back. And lengthening out through that left foot. If you want a little bit more, you can always tuck the left toes and lift the left knee. Getting more into that left quad, the left psoas. And it's totally up to you. I'm going to keep mine down because this is plenty for me today. Last two full breaths exactly as you are. So from here, we're just going to rock back a little bit, draw the right foot back, tuck the left toes, extend the left knee. We're going to set the left foot on the outside of the left hand, coming into that wide forward fold, just like we did seated. We're going to do the same thing standing. So soften the knees, head is heavy. Inhale and finding a half lift here. Take your hands to your shins. You can find lots of length through the spine as you gaze down towards the earth. And on your exhale, you're going to bend into the knees. So you can just stay here upright, kind of in like a catcher's position. Or if your knees and hips are there for you today, you can come all the way into Malasana Yogi Squat. So whatever feels the best. We'll do 3 breaths wherever you are. And either way, feel the shoulders softening down the back. Feel a sense of lifting of the front body. And face is soft. Full deep breath. And one more deep full inhale. On your exhale, plant the hands, lift your hips back up. And coming back into that wide forward fold. From here, we're just going to heel toe the feet together. So the feet are all the way together. Inhale, find a half lift with legs together. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Again, nice long stretch, the front of the body. And exhale and draw your hands to heart center. We're going to inhale, reach our hands, arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Again, let your knees be soft as you fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Again, lengthening. Exhale and folding. So from here, we're going to bend the knees, plant the hands. You can step back onto your knees, coming back into your child's pose. Or if you want, you can come into a downward facing dog. Again, it's your call. Whatever your body's kind of feeling or wanting today, go there. Take 3 full breaths wherever you are. One more deep full inhale. And on your exhale, then stepping that left foot forward. And then you can always do the same from all fours, dropping that right knee down if you were in down dog. Slide the left foot forward, getting into that lunge, and getting into the right quad. Just a little bit here, softening the hips down. You can always use your blocks if you have them. In full deep breaths. Maybe start to walk the hands back, lifting the chest. Again, only if that's available for you. Again, the quad, this side can be much tighter than the first side, so go with what feels the best. On the exhale, we're gonna rock back. You can draw the toes back. Take your hands, again, on either side. You can always use blocks here, or an animal if they're sturdy. And flexing those toes, and softening your chest. And find that sense of lengthening through the front of the body. Think of your heart, your sternum reaching towards your toes. And then from here on your exhale, we're gonna walk the hands on the outside of the left foot. So getting into that outer left thigh, the outer, that IT band. Again, blocks are handy here, especially if your ITs are tight. Keeping that left foot flexed. 2 more deep, full breaths. And slowly on your inhale, walk your hands on either side of the right foot. We're gonna rock back forward once again. And softening the shoulders, melting the hips down. And maybe walk the hands back if you want. And then from here, we're gonna walk the left foot out to the edge of the mat. And hands on the inside. Walk your left foot forward just a touch, so that way the pelvis, the hips can soften down. Getting into that right quad a little bit deeper. Again, softening the shoulders. Again, you can always keep your hands, arms straight. Start to bend your elbows. Whatever feels the best to you. Maybe even tuck the right toes and lift your knee if you want. And 3 more full deep breaths here. On your next inhale, rock back just a little bit. And draw your left foot back. Tuck your right toes. And step your right foot on the outside of the right hand. And just like before, wide forward fold, soften the knees, head is heavy. You can always do ragdoll here if that feels good to you, or Padangusthasana, peace finger hook. If you want something more active, that's a good option. Whatever feels the best to you. Inhale, find a halfway lift, lengthen. Again, hands to shins. Really find lots of space, the back of the body. On your exhale, again, either catcher's pose, hands or elbows to knees, or coming all the way into your malasana. And last time here, in 3 full breaths. Those inner thighs gently hugging. No matter which position you're in, feel that same hugging in of the inner thighs. Keep that strong, strength of the legs. On your next inhale, ground the hands, press into that forward fold, and heel till your feet together. Inhale and find a halfway lift. Find lots of length. Hands to shins or to the mat. Exhale and folding and softening the knees. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Again, lots of length for your spine. Exhaling, hands to your heart center. Good. We'll inhale, reach the hands out and up. Exhale and fold forward. Inhaling, finding your halfway lift, lengthening and resetting your spine. Exhale and folding. So bend the knees, plant the hands. We're going to drop the knees back and down, coming into a child's pose. So this child's pose, have the knees just about 2 fist width distances apart. So they're not super wide, but they're not all the way together. So starting to draw the knees back in to center, reaching your arms long, forehead is heavy, just like before. And 1 more deep, full inhale. And long, smooth exhale. And take your hands back by your knees, pressing up. Again, just like before, we're going to take the hands behind. Lift the chest, open the heart. You maybe start to gaze up. And feel those shoulder blades hugging together. And walk the hands in front, the hips to one side, and swing your legs out and around in front of you. So from here, let's do a little Baddha Konasana. So knees out wide, heels close to your hips, or as close to your hips, I should say, as is comfortable. It doesn't really matter how far in they go. So take the hands closer to the knees just to start, and draw your shoulders back and down. Lift your shoulders, lift your chest, and gazing up. And leading with your sternum, start to hinge from your waist. Your hands can stay on your knees. You can take them to the feet or even out in front of you. And if you're feeling very open in the hips, you can even fold forward, let your forehead rest on your feet. And whatever feels the best to you, go there. And 3 full deep breaths here. And softening the gaze, maybe even allowing the eyes to close. And then slowly pressing into your hands, coming all the way up. Take your hands on the outside of your knees, draw your knees in together. Heels to your hips. Give yourself just a little hug. Tuck the chin to the chest, the head be heavy. And take your hands to your shins. Lengthen the front of the body and gazing up. Good. So we're going to take the feet out in front just a little bit. Make sure you have some space on your mat. We're going to come all the way on our backs. Hands, palms facing up. A little bit of core work here. Engaging the lower abdominals, keeping the feet grounded. Slowly, with control, we're going to lower all the way to the mat. And draw your knees in. Let the head be heavy. We'll draw the knees into the chest, giving yourself just a little hug, little rock side to side. So from here, we're going to keep the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg long. Extend your right leg up to the sky. And hands just behind the right thigh, drawing your thigh in, keeping the feet flexed here. You can always take your hands closer up to the shin, the ankle, if that's available to you. You can go as far as feels good. One more deep, full breath. On your exhale, so we're going to bend the right knee into the chest. Take the right hand to the right knee, left arm out long like a half T shape. And on your inhale, open the right knee out to the right. Turn the head over to the left shoulder. Getting into that right inner thigh one more time. So you can say just like this with the knee bent, if it's available to you, maybe start to straighten the right leg. Again, it's your choice. And 2 more full deep breaths here. On your next inhale, draw your right knee into your chest. Switch the hand. So left hand on the right knee, right arm extending long. On the exhale, drop the right knee over to the left. And turning the head, if you like, over to the right shoulder. Maybe getting a little kiss from a dog. Now the eyes to close. On your next inhale, draw the knees back in the center. Hug both knees in towards your chest. And give yourself just a little hug. Maybe a little rock side to side. So keep the left knee in, extend your right leg long. And on your inhale, extend your left leg up to the sky. And same thing as before, hands behind the left thigh, or maybe up towards the ankle, the shin, whatever feels the best to you. Try to find a space where the shoulders can stay on the mat, so you're not rounding and reaching up. So you want to soften that chest down. And no work in the upper body, just keeping a little bit of gentle opening in the left leg here. On your next exhale, draw the left knee into the chest and bending the knee. Left hand on the knee, right arm out long. And on your inhale, open the left leg out to the left and turn the head over to the right shoulder. Maybe allowing your eyes to close. Again, head is heavy, shoulders grounded. Just like before, if you want that option of extending the left leg, that's there for you. Again, take it if you want it. Maybe not on this side. You know, again, we're very different left to right. On your next inhale, draw the left knee back into center. Switch your hands. So right hand on the outside of the knee, left arm out long. On your exhale, twisting over to the right. And turning the head, gazing towards the left shoulder. Just allowing your breath to slow down. On your next inhale, draw the left knee back in, and the right knee as well into your chest, giving yourself one last little hug. So do one more twist, again, drawing everything back into center, arms out into a T position. Cross your right knee over your left knee. And on your exhale, we're going to drop the knees over to the left. And hugging those inner thighs in towards center. Turn the head over towards the right shoulder, again, allowing your eyes to close, palms up or palms down, whatever feels the most comfortable. Palms up for more receptivity, more receiving. Palms down for more grounding, more stability. Whatever's kind of calling to you, go there. On your next inhale, draw your knees back into center. Uncross and recross, so left over right. And on your exhalation, dropping the knees over to the right. And turning the head over towards the left shoulder. And slowing everything down. slowly inhale, drawing the knees back into center, hugging them in towards your chest. One last final time. And on your exhalation, extend your legs and your arms out long onto your mat, coming into your Shavasana. And just allowing your eyes to remain closed, and the body just heavy on the earth. Take another deep, full inhale in through your nose here. And open the mouth. Just completely letting go. With each exhalation, allowing your body just to become a little heavier, a little softer. Inhalation, extend your arms up and overhead, reach your toes long. Just create a nice long stretch in your body, finding lots of length once again. On your exhale, bend your knees, plant your feet onto the mat. Keep your right arm overhead, and on your exhale, roll over onto that right arm. Use that right arm as a pillow. Draw your knees into your chest, just pausing here for just a moment, taking this moment just to thank yourself for showing up on your mat, giving you this nice little short to practice just for you. Pressing into that left hand, making your way up into a seat. It's coming into just a nice, easy cross-legged seat. Drawing your hands into your heart center, just allowing your eyes to close. May all beings everywhere be happy, peaceful, and free. Namaste.